All right. So if you're an American, you know that it's voting season.
Yes.
And politics are in our faces if you read the news and stuff.
It's crazy.
And if you happen to not like Trump, and if you also happen to not like what Biden is selling, then you have a new contender.
Please, Papa Smurf, Papa Smurf.
Kanye West.
Ooh.
Kanye's running?
Yeah.
Kanye West announced on July 4th that he will be running for president.
He announced that years ago.
You announced it years ago, yeah.
Like, is he serious?
He's serious. So he's running for president in 2020 under a new banner. So it's not the Democrat Party and it's not the Republican Party.
Is it the birthday party?
It's the birthday party.
Really? Wait, I was joking.
I was like, oh, he read it. That's tight.
No, I was joking.
It says right here.
It's called the birthday party?
The birthday party.
What the fuck? No, because I'm always
go
joking
Chuck E.
about
Cheese?
like no one could hate on birthday parties. Like if I had a political party, it would be called the birthday.
Dude, you should join him. You guys are like in.
What the fuck? No,
He's
that's
like,
crazy.
fuck Republicans and fuck the Democrats.
I heard
I'm making my own party.
He's a troll, dude.
Yeah.
It passed the deadline to register and he can't.
Only for
Yeah, he
some
hasn't done
states.
paperwork.
So I think there's like 12 states that his name can't be on there, so they have to write him in. But for the rest of the states,
Fuck.
his name
Man, so is he delusional? Does he not realize he's
Well, I
too
think
late?
he's also
I
going
think he's
through
a
huge,
joker.
another bipolar episode right now.
Well,
That's
wait.
what his family says.
That's what they're saying, but I think they're just marketing geniuses, honestly, because they always create a big scandal, and like so Kim Kardashian's
That's like the worst thing to say
kimono.
for a guy that's like just announced running for president.
But then everyone would look him up and like, well, what's he doing right now?
Yeah, but that
Maybe
just
he
shows
has a
how
new
bad
album.
America
Yeah, does he have a new album though?
Yeah, new album, new sneakers.
It's called Happy Birthday to you.
And by marketing genius, I'm not saying his actions are correct. I'm just saying that they know how to get their name in people's mouths. Like,
Yeah, we're talking
by
about
the
it right now.
fucking millions.
True.
That's what I mean.
Well, he's also teaming up with another. Recently, has gotten himself in the what do you call it?
Interwebs.
The tabloids.
The tabloids, as it is. Yes. Elon Musk is one of his advisors.
He tweeted, "You have my full support," right?
Yes. And then he has like and it says here obscure vice presidential candidate.
When is this Mercury retrograde gonna fucking stop? This is weird. So
Are they gonna come out with electrical shoes? Is that why?
Maybe
walk
that'd
for
be
you?
sick. That'd be sick. Just want to glide.
Isn't this funny? Because once Trump became president, I think everyone was like, "Well, I could do it now. Fuck it."
no, I
Fuck
think
it.
I think it started with
Reagan.
no
Trump?
No.
Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
With Trump?
Sports
I mean,
and,
Reagan was like an actor, then he became president.
True.
So maybe.
Well, I guess
But he was still a decent dude.
A decent human being.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think he was good on camera, and he wasn't like
charismatic.
yeah he
wasn't
was
a bad
still,
boy.
No, yeah, he was just still like a clean cut president. You know, like
Yeah, but now we have like social media and stuff like that, and you see like the full sides, and people just can say whatever, and it hits everyone. And we realize that those like if Ronald Reagan was trying to be president now compared to these guys, he would still look 10 times better than them.
that's true.
Yeah. Well, we have history on our side too, so looking back, it makes sense. But then at the time, I feel like, because if you watch Back to the Future, they'd make a joke about Reagan being president.
Oh.
And I feel like
They're like, he's an actor. No way.
fucking weird that Ronald Reagan's our president.
You the actor?
Yeah, the actor, yeah, the exact line. Yeah. But yeah, so well, let me ask you guys this.
I mean, if we saw Trump as on the TV, like what was it? The not the Bachelor,
The Apprentice?
The Apprentice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if someone told us like Back to the Future style, they go, he's gonna be our president. I would be like, shut the fuck, go Back to the Future, bitch, you crazy ass.
get the fuck out of here.
I would never believe that shit.
I like how you believe that they're from the future
Yeah.
and they're telling you the truth and you're like, nah.
Go back to the future too.
And they see him like come in a spaceship that just like appeared out of nowhere.
He buys that.
Buys everything, but
But the actual fact.
I get it, you're from the future, but come on, man, stop fucking with me.
True. Well, out of all the celebrities, then, if not, so Trump was a celebrity before being a politician. Kanye's a celebrity, trying to be a politician now.
The Rock should be the politician.
Rock?
George Clooney.
George
The
Clooney.
Rock.
I was literally about
Everyone loves
What
The
makes
Rock.
what's the platform The Rock is gonna?
The Rock
campaign
would
on?
definitely work.
I mean, everyone loves him.
TikTok. Hey, you guys.
He's a
vote
hard
for me.
worker. Yeah,
Vote for me.
he unifies. He's a
He
unifier.
gives like presidential speeches all the time on a
Yeah, he's a positive.
Motivational.
He's a
He's
presidential
super.
motherfucker.
And he would look good like when you see the UN Council, you see this big ass fucking
be
pair of
badass.
presidents.
And he's brown.
Yeah.
Every speech starts off with like a chain around his neck. And he's just doing dips at the podium.
Fuck yeah. I'm voting for The Rock.
Time, literally.
I feel like the president, like they have to be like one politically smart and everything, but they should be physically like
Fit.
Yes.
because they have to lead a nation.
That's what I like about Putin. Because Putin will beat your ass. That's what I like about Putin.
Judo.
Really?
I don't know much about him, but
Black belt of judo, right?
Well, wait, like really earned it, or is it because of his?
Yeah, he was
No,
like,
he's a black belt in judo.
Yeah, it's part of like the Russian
I know,
culture.
but I'm just saying because of his title, like who's gonna like not give him a black belt?
No, I think he earned it before.
Oh, okay.
And then
I think
When
his
he
whole
was
branding is so
KGB,
funny.
yeah.
Like he has pictures of him like riding on horses, like half naked, just to show how strong he is and stuff.
Why half naked? How does that?
To show off his pecs.
Like he's wearing like army fatigue.
It's not like muscle, but then it's like
It's like
everyone's
old man muscle.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Okay,
it.
okay.
But it shows that he's like a strong mofo though.
That's
I saw
like
this
that.
one video of him that was pretty dope where he went and like this like they're basically imagine they had to build like a hospital and they're like, oh, we need $10 million. So they give him that, and then there's like all this corruption that happens. People take money, and then they're asking for more money. So he goes and starts talking to them, and it was like hundreds of millions of dollars. And he's basically like, "Where's like the money? You guys said it was gonna be done." He goes, "Oh yeah, we need more. We need this." And like now he's basically being fed. He's seeing all the corruption, and he's like, "You guys are getting more money. If it's not fixed by this time, it's gonna be problems. And if I have to come back here, it's gonna be serious problems." And like you see the guys that are like in the full corruption being like, "Oh, that basically means I'm gonna get killed if I don't actually start using the money properly." I was like, "That's what we need," because here it's like,
Yeah, but then he also does the same shit. Like remember when the Olympics happened? He was like, "Oh, I got a buddy who's gonna build the Olympic stuff."
well, that's what we do too.
Yeah, but then it was way worse because then they made it super unsafe, super cheap, but they paid like 10 times the price.
That's what I expect
the money.
from if I went to Olympics in Russia though.
That's why half of the
You expect corruption in Russia.
that's why a lot of the American like athletes were like, "Oh, we're not gonna run that course." So a lot of people just turned it down.
Yeah, we just hide it here from our own
True,
people.
we do
so.
hide it very well. Yeah, you said George Clooney. What would George Clooney run on?
Just because I was like, last time we talked, I was saying George Clooney is way better looking than.
He's just looking.
I want a good-looking
I don't
president.
know, man.
The Rock's pretty up
I
there.
think The
dude.
Rock can pull way more votes. Mm-hmm. His following is huge, and across every background too. Doesn't matter.
Do you think it's important a president have social media presence then?
No,
Nowadays,
I'm
yeah.
scared.
It's
The
bad.
game's changed though.
Game has changed.
It's bad, but you need it. If you don't have it, nobody knows who you are.
And you don't know contemporary culture if you don't use social media.
I know, but the way that fucking Trump uses this shit, I'm just like, can someone take his fucking accounts away?
What about?
I mean,
But Yang did a great job using
He did.
social media.
Obama was the first one that
But
was
that's why he
like,
lost. Nobody gives a shit about like because everyone only pays attention to the people that are like talking shit or causing.
He
drama.
also got snubbed by the Democratic National Committee. So like,
Why is Biden our candidate?
exactly. That's what people should be asking.
Yeah, cause he is just not all there.
What happened to
man.
Hilary?
well, I mean, he just got.
How come she's not running no more?
I think she's like might be going to jail or something.
Hilarious?
Yeah, right.
For emails.
She might be going to jail to see someone, but
Yeah, that's probably
shit.
it.
True. Anyways, back to Kanye. So he's, you know how he's repped the MAGA hat and he's been buddies with Trump. So apparently, with his move into the presidential candidate category, he is no longer going to support Trump. And I quote, "I am taking off the red hat."
You know who would have been great though is Tulsi Gabbard. I
Yeah.
fucking loved her. She would have been, because I think Andrew is too pragmatic to the point where people don't understand him. He's just too
It
smart for
sounds
the
radical.
public. Yeah, and he's Asian, and I'm not sure if America's ready for an Asian president because they'll think, oh, Chinese man, oh, Chinese virus, oh,
Yeah.
fuck that enemy. Like they're that stupid. That's
COVID
the
was a very poor timed thing
For an Asian president,
Andrew
yeah.
Yang to kind of start campaigning.
what's funny though, it's like he was like, oh, we're trying to give say like $1,000 a month to people or whatever.
Yeah.
And people are like, that's fucking stupid. And then now everyone's like, where's my stimulus check?
That's funny.
Let Andrew Yang run again in 4 years. I feel like he
He was
would
ahead of
really.
his time.
It's funny because people interview Andrew Yang now, and they're like, "That stimulus check, that was a good idea, huh?
The
Sound
great
familiar?"
idea.
I know. He was like, I try to tell you guys. I think that poor dude is kind of like, I try to tell you, and then the public is just so fucking dumb that they don't get it yet. They're just not ready to receive this information. He's just 2 light years ahead. And then he's just gonna live his whole president life just being like, I try to tell you guys.
I bet he'll run again, eventually.
I know.
I think he'll
hope
run
he
again. I
does.
think he will.
Yeah, I hope so. He's young too. I feel like he has a lot of legs underneath him.
This kind of feels like his initial, like, his name's in the public now. So now when he comes back again, everyone's like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Who was Frank? Was it Frank
Frank
Gore?
Ocean?
No. Who was the guy that was like all about the global warming and stuff?
Al Gore?
Al Gore. What was he running for?
He was running for president.
I want to know what.
He got beat by Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if he won, what would happen.
I don't think anything. So during the Clinton administration, the Democratic Party switched to just representing corporations, just like the Republican Party. Like it used to be the party of the people, and they're still campaigning on that. But have you heard of like limousine liberals? Like Hillary gets like $200-300 every time she speaks. All these top-level Democratic people that claim they're for the people, they live in Beverly Hills and all these really nice neighborhoods, and they're just like, yeah, I'm here for the protesters. And when the protesters come into their neighborhood, they call the police.
But, I mean,
like
that's
they're
why
not
they-
real fucking
And
for
they
the
have like
people.
the
I mean, the
most
main
armed
term-
guards with them, and then they're like, take away people's guns.
The main term they use
Yeah.
for Democrats now is the big tent party. It's not.
What's that mean?
Because it houses everybody. Like more than Republicans, it's a little bit more narrow. Democrats, you have the super progressives, you have the moderates,
Oh.
you have like AOC who won't take any big donations. Period.
They have
Bernie does the same
factions.
thing. Yeah. So it's just so wide now that it's like it's not a singular view.
Yeah,
anymore.
and for me,
That's why
I
they
like
can't be united.
progressives, and I like the new.
That new.
The new that they're coming in, they're not corrupted by corporations. So I only see it as old guard and new.
That's probably why they're not winning though.
Yeah, that's why it's so divided.
That they're not taking those bribes or whatever, and
Yeah,
then
so they get ousted.
they get ousted. But those companies are like, no, we're paying you so you can have like a good in with us, or we have a good in with you.
That's
so
why
we're gonna change
Biden
laws.
won, because he'll keep the status quo. He knows the game. He's a career politician. Like and these career politicians, man, they flip flop like a motherfucker, dude. Right now, he's talking about how we have to protect like all the inner cities, this and that. But there's video of him talking to Congress, talking about the threat of super predators, which they called the young black males back then.
Oh, when he was going the high anti-crime laws
Right?
back in the day.
Back in the
90s.
day, he was like, we need to control them. They're just fucking desolate, whatever, talking all this mad shit about the inner cities. And then now he's out there just doing what's popular. He's a fucking flip-flopper. He's not for the people.
But how do you feel about flip-floppers or people who just are willing to listen to other people? Because then he just got out of a huge meeting recently with like Bernie and all of the big progressives. So if all of a sudden he adopts some of their ideas because he wants to compromise, are you gonna be like he flip-flopped, or are you gonna be like, oh cool?
No,
he's
I
trying to
mean,
get
if
the
he's
vote and win,
genuinely
right?
changing policies, that's not a flip-flop move.
'Cause he
He's, to me, a
presented
career
policies, right?
politician, says and does lip service to do what's popular, but they don't vote consistently to their ideals. So most people vote consistently to the ideals of, or what they should be doing, like Ron Paul or some career politicians that's been around. They stay, there's some core values that people have in politics, right? If you're gonna represent the Republican Party or whatever, let's say you wanna have us back on the gold standard or whatever, right? So you fight for that, or you're fighting for gun rights or whatever. You don't drastically keep changing based off of what is the most popular thing in the moment, which Biden does and Hillary does.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't chase the popular shit is Kanye West. Kanye West said, to say that the black vote is democratic is a form of racism and white supremacy. So he's addressed the fact that by doing what he wants to do right now, if it goes through, because I'm actually not aware of whether or not the window is closed for him, but he did address the fact that he will be siphoning off black votes from the Democratic nominee from Biden, because Biden has a big platform for
You ain't black.
votes.
So it's
I know.
basically gonna make Trump win, for sure.
Yes, yeah, there's the way of looking at it
Unless
like
he
that.
wins.
Unless Kanye wins.
I honestly want Kanye to win so bad.
If your only choice is Trump,
Yeah, I want Kanye to win 1,000%. Because I think, like, I really don't like Biden.
That'll be tight if he rewrites the national anthem.
Oh,
And it's all bumping.
That'd be sick. Because the national anthem has come under scrutiny too for having, a certain tie.
He writes a new one that we all really like. And instead of going like this, you get to like,
Yeah, but the national anthem is just, when I hear it, I'm like,
oh, say can you? Yeah.
why do they have to like be boring?
that's what I'm saying.
It's patriotic. It's patriotic.
Have you heard like Beyonce sing it though? It's good.
I think back then, they would be like, oh, this hits the spot. But now it's like,
Yeah.
It's an oldie,
And they-
not a goodie.
Not a goodie.
every 10 years, a new song.
Yeah.